All right, round 3. We are still playing this GameNet deck, which I think we misplayed pretty considerably in the last game. So I think we need to play way more aggressively, even on the basis that they don't know what we have, and we have to play like we have C-Source Exchange or like we have hard-hitting news, a bit more aggressive. Someone like Smoke, who does actually take some time to set up. So we're playing against Shin. We played against Shin. We had the pleasure last GNK. Opening hand is a bit shite. I think we want some ice. The Consulting Visit's cool. And that's Smoke, and Smoke deals with sentries really well, which we do still have sentries that have on-encounter abilities, which is good. We can score out an early gold farmer. We have the close account C-Sword play. C-Source is actually really strong against Smoke because Smoke, best of luck, have fun, is kind of dependent on a lot of resources, ways to get stealth credits, but Netrunner I think is the biggest, so that's not the worst opening. I'm not really worried about pressuring on centrals too soon, so I'm just gonna do new remote, Rashida, credit, and just jam from here. They can get through this, but it's pretty hard too. Smoke, 1 stealth credit. A lot of times you see a piece in our time, turn 1, so we'll see how they set up. Dirty Laundry, going on R&D, just getting that access again. Can be scary to interact with NBN early in the game if you don't have a credit lead, or at least a lot of money, because hard-hitting news can be a problem, but they'll take 3 credits and an access just to help set up. Smoke, you can tell, I imagine they're playing Penrose, maybe Corroder, and there you go, the Netrunner, of course, and whatever the criminal one is. Oh, they're on, yeah, Corroder. So that makes a lot of sense. It's pretty good. They pay 4 to get through Gold Farmer, and we gain 2, so Corroder's fine for us, I think. We have a fair few barriers in this deck, which is the best because they don't actually use stealth credits. They have to play for Corroder, which can be a bit pricey. Can I run HQ and pump Corroder? Yeah, totally. So they're gonna run HQ and pump Corroder so they can get a credit on their Netrunner or get a free card draw, their choice. So they have a 1 in 4 on the SSL, but they're gonna see probably one of our powerful cards in hand, and that can affect how they play. No further action. So Corroder, you can pump the strength. That's very important to know. You can pump the strength of a breaker at any paid ability window, which is useful not only to get credits on Netrunner, but sometimes to like duck, if able, lose 3 credits from toll booth, stuff like that. And they hit a slot machine, which is actually the best access for us. That lets them know very little about our deck. And in theory, we could do C-Source into trash Netrunner. Pretty trivially too. But we also could just jam into the remote server. We could jam an SSL. They could get through it. We want to basically play 3 cards this turn so we don't discard anything. That would be the best. But we could put SSL in the remote plus slot machine in front of it. And if they do run, we probably C-Sourced into something else. We could do C-Source, trash Netrunner, closed accounts. Let's wait until they have a bit more money. Their money's not amazing right now. Putting this on server 1's a bit daft. Like, it's not amazing there, but it's okay. And this looks like another Rashida, maybe Quantum Kitty, I don't know. So they got to drop. They still need a fair bit of money. They can't play gamble from this credit level. If they want to get their Netrunner, they're gonna have to interact with us, which is really bad for C-Source close accounts, trash Netrunner. So this is pretty good, and we still have a hedge fund IPO. Our ability hasn't been firing that often. Not the biggest fan of GameNet, or at least the way that I've been playing or building GameNet. They're accessing just to get the pump. It's important to know that the credits on Netrunner they can use for the C-Source trace, so it's like they have these credits in their credit pool. So this is kind of like, what's it called? Desperado. And we have an exchange, which kind of shows that we're on C-Source. I think a lot of times you can tell that. So we want to score a 1-pointer. We want to let them hit this food. I don't like the food in this deck either. I think we should change that. So we just do this, advance, advance. You have 5 credits to their name. Getting through 2 ice might be dodgy. They know one of them could be a slot machine. And that still does cost 3 credits to get through, which makes the next one a bit harder to do. The gold farmer. SMC on the table, drawing a card. We want to hit an all-seeing eye. We want to hit a lot of stuff. C-Source closed though, it's good, just not when they only have 3 credits. Peace in our time, huh? This is also kind of awkward because we're gonna have to throw out a card, which I don't think we want to do. We probably wanted to double advance this. Let's hopefully get an ice. Oh, another C-Source. The 1 turn, it's not good. So we'll do advance into IPO. It's pretty dodgy, but they're now scared of interacting with us. And at least we don't throw something out. C-Source is the best card in our deck, I think. And there's a film critic, which means not too much. We don't have Bologna, so it's actually not that good. It just deals with, oh no, it does. It deals with quantum predictive model, and I guess it deals with SSL, but you lose a fair bit of tempo. All right. This might be a fine time to do C-Source into trash. Actually, C-Source close accounts here is pretty great. Oh, we could even do hard-hitting news. I think the C-Source close account is better. We have 2 of them anyways. So do C-Source. They have 11 because it does count the smoke credits. That's actually a lot of money. Oops. 11, so we have to pay, what's the math on that? 9? They'll close accounts, trash, net, recur. From that, we can res still both of this. Actually, no, not after we trash something. So maybe we just do... Oh, because they use this to remove credits. So we actually might lose SSL on the table. That's brutal. They have to clear the tag still. They have no money. They have no net recur. They still have probably one more, if not two more in their deck. It's worth noting they have a 40 card deck. Some people don't play 2 net recur just because it's important to get it early. So, I mean, some people don't play 3 because while it's important to get early, we also could have paused because while they had a tag, they could have popped their SMC to use their net recur credits in theory. And it looks like we're going to get away with this, which is great because it's the money we need. I think we can just do install advance. It's not amazing, but it's kind of money. We have 1, so they could run it. We just pop it, and then they've run, so we could consult hard-hitting news, which would be good. I've no doubt they misdirection in their deck, but then they have the SMC for it, and then spend another 4. So it's a 6 credit play that takes half their turn. There's a daily cast. Okay, so they're slowing down a bit. We could have just jammed the food. Did we not learn anything from last game? Man, we're so jammy. It's great. We don't have a better play here. We have an exchange. I'm okay. Just jamming. Our hand is only punishment. Only punishment. And they're gonna be on 3 credits. Still gonna have to struggle to get their economy up. Nemercur also is important just because if they were relying on stealth, they need other things like mantle. They can't with 1 credit, it might just not be enough. They're also interacting with us. So the second C source is live and well, let alone consulting into hard-hitting news. Dirty Laundry giving them 5. If they install something here, hopefully something expensive, it's even better for us. And they can run this remote, they really can. Clicking for 7, okay. Thimble rig, that requires a breaker. Eventually they only break it for 1. But we could consider either putting the thimble rig on server 1 or putting the thimble rig on R&D, or we could also do consulting visit for hard-hitting news, which they'll have 9 credits. I think we can just jam. Putting this on our server 1 is probably fine. Then we're on game point and we can win 15 minutes if we draw it. Fuck. Secure. All you need is, I don't know what the R&D pressure is. Like maybe they're on RDI, but maybe they're just on a Hushuk or a turning wheel. Turning wheel makes a lot of sense because they want to run a lot. They run cheaply. So we might be able to leave R&D open. Just hopefully not lose the singles. Hey, radio is back online. Tuning in. Pirate Radio Nemercur. Game 3, we'll take it. That's the only last agenda we need. I think we could just go ahead and score this out. We're on game point. They're going to be a 9 credits, so they're going to catch up a wee bit. This is kind of a nice time for a daily quest, unless we want to just jam. And again, if they run into this, it can be pretty rough for them. And now we can never advance a lot of our 1-pointers. Penrose coming down from hand. That's a good stealth breaker. Breaks barriers this turn as well. There's a Hushuk. Okay, wow, it's on Hushuk. So what are they going to call it? 3s? So it's basically a Maker's Eye where they can only access 1 card. It's also a very expensive run, but hey, they're on game point. Border control, preemptive action, data raven. So no trashes, no access there. They basically paid 1 credit for a premium Maker's Eye. They can only access 1 card, but they also don't hit traps. This now shuffles the deck too. So if they really wanted to go in, they could have ran R&D, Hushuked, and then ran R&D again because it shuffles. Or at least they can run it back now and see a new card. But shuffles are really important to maximize your accesses. Now they're weak to hard-hitting news. We'd have to consult for it. They also don't know we drew a Hydra, which they need 2 stealth credits to deal with, which next turn they have. I think we could just jam. Either that we could hard-hitting news them. But they still need to get through this, which is 4 credits. This is 3 credits. And then this is, they need a Penrose, which they have. So this is 1, this is stealth 1, and this is 4. We might be able just to get away with this. If not, they'll probably spend more money than us, unless I guess they stim hack this. But otherwise, I guess we just jam into a server. Fucking C-Source close accounts is good. Daily cast finishing up. They have 6 plus net recurs, 7 plus another they'll probably get during the run, and smokes itself. So about 9 credits here. Gamble count, I think they played 1 and they played 2 laundries. So burst economy might not, well, I guess gamble's always a thing. Deuces also is a thing, right? Draw. They have 1 click to contest this remote. It's just a misdirection, throwing out their MU, and it looks like that's the game. Good game. Just jamming in that remote server. Even if you don't have to res the ice, it's good enough, right? Yeah, totally. So it looks like they want to redo that. They don't want to trash one of their programs, but misdirection we know at least now is in hand. So they can just like slap their misdirection on table clear 4 if we hard hitting use them. So it's just a cast. Okay, that changes not very much when we're going to score out the winning food. This looks really scary, right? Like surveyor, double surveyor, I guess would be the nuts. That'd be so the nuts, right? Because it's 2 big sentries, which they kind of struggle with. Good game. That's a fast one. A jammy one. Sea Source is hella mean. Man, Sea Source is mean. Especially the decks. I remember playing at Worlds, playing like a Gagarin, and like Smoke was the thing that could deal with it. And you just Sea Source trash Net McCurr, and you could get away with a lot. We didn't click for any credits. Oh no, we did. We clicked for 1. So we got the dream combo. Yeah, we drew well. We drew our punishment well in the early game, and then we could jam on the base of that. And I've had the problem on the basis of that. I've had the problem with this deck where I don't draw it and then I don't jam, and I feel like you still have to jam anyways and hope the runner respects it. Enemy to an alt. Yeah. Go to jail. Do not collect 100. I'll host the next one. We got round 2 coming up right now. All right, so check this out. This is our pairings, or the tournament right now, and there are 3 Weyland decks. Wait, no, there's more. There's 4 Weyland decks, and I've played against 3 of them so far. I guess Sync is the other scary one, but my God, in terms of like going tag me, this is gonna be rough. This is our second outfit. Again, I don't know. The last one we played on was just rushy, just agendas go. But we have to respect the meat damage that comes a lot of times from Weyland. They kept their hand. Last time that we played against Shin, they were playing Weyland, but they were playing what I imagine they might have just pivoted to, which I don't know if it actually had meat damage, but it was like a program denial deck, SDS drone deployment, divested trust, stuff like that. This opening hand is okay. I think the best thing that we could ask for is both God of War, but most importantly paparazzi, and we don't exactly have it, but we do have Street Peddler. Rogue trading is not really playable. Hey, thanks, you too. Until we get something else down, basically the paparazzi, but Street Peddler's okay. I think we can mulligan this. We gotta high roll it. Oh, that's a lot worse. That's way worse. Whoops. All right, so basically trying to go tag me with not dying is really dependent on pretty okay card draw, and card draw is a weakness of this deck. I'm not very sold on the card draw. Other versions used to get big hand sizes with Obelisk and then like would draw up with Game Day, which is pretty sweet, but influence is a problem, and I feel like, ooh, giving us the bad pub off the top, which we're gonna struggle to capitalize on, especially with no money. Oh man. Oh yeah, we put Councilman in this deck, card 46. It's our counter to Crisium Grid. Oh wow, a load of garbage. A load of trash. I don't want to install any of this stuff. I guess we'll install Councilman, but we should just discard stuff. Devil Charm is really important. They have probably some high strength ice. Again, they run a lot of high strength ice. Things like Bulwark, things like Tithonium, things like Trebuchet. EMP device, I don't think we need 2 hacktivists. And I guess the EMP device is probably a bit better than the second God of War. Second God of War is really good when we go tag me hard, but it might be a while till we do that. Oh man, we play against so much Weyland. Yikes. In theory, we can also just always contest the remote with like Devil Charm, God of War. It's a pretty legitimate combo that it took a while to consider. Now here on the face check, like the worst case scenario, I guess, is we hit Trebuchet and they trash our Councilman. Like, I don't care, but like interacting when we have 5 credits is the bigger issue. Luckily we get a couple credits here, gain 3, okay. This first Peddler, and again, we have bad publicity. It's paparazzi, that's huge, dummy box, those always come together. Black Orchestra, Wireless, Net Pavilion, Deuces Wild. So we are just on the cusp of going tag me, but with 20 credits, it can be pretty hard. We need to load our hand with resources, but we don't have our dummy box. We have to install the Wireless Net here. Oh, lowering the install cost by 1. Wait, I fucked that up in the last game. We had money to do it. Ah, shit. Whatever. We used the money to trash the thing. Remote is getting protected. Could be a Kayambe. I imagine they would have rezzed the wall to wall. But we can install wireless for free. And then we want to get a paparazzi down, but we want to go tag me at the same time. Hopefully we draw into some money. Thank you. I don't think we have to snap play that. Some money. I've had worse. That's card draw. From here, playing the hacktivist is kind of rough because they have 3 hostiles, so they can clear it pretty easily. I don't know if we want to show God of War. We really need more resources. We have 22 resources, but I guess a fair few are on the table right now. We can show, I guess, Devil Charm. Whatever. We probably could have just drawn and thrown out something. I think we need to set up way faster than we have been. But luckily, Shin isn't going very quickly right now. Like a lot of times they can just be like, I have 20 credits jammed behind one big ass piece of ice. And there's the hostile, right? Yeah. No action. In theory, they have to respect Claude on Street Peddler, so it's just a hostile. That's fine. We have to remember to use Councilman. I think the game's going to remind us to use it, which is always great fun. All right, let's draw. Okay, cool. Let's keep drawing. Draw 2. Gain 3. We have a paparazzi, so now dummy box can stay on the table. Luckily, they have a lot of money, or I don't think luckily is the right term, but they do have a lot of money. This is a resource which we could keep in hand, but now we have access to everything: dummy box, Street Peddler, paparazzi, wireless net pavilion. But they have the money to keep up with us, which is unfortunate. Let's see what the Street Peddler gets us. Liberated, a rogue trading, and I've had worse. So one of them is money and tags. The other one's just money. I think money and tags is kind of what we want, but we also want more resources in hand so that we can prevent things from being trashed with dummy box. Sometimes it just looks like we can prevent them with dummy box. It's a lot of peddlers. What are you buying? Why they buying? What are you buying? What are you selling? Roughneck Repair Squad. Ooh, so this seems like pretty dirtily. They're going to actually remove the bad publicity to gain money. No. To trash Roughneck? Wait, this trashes it? No, that's not right. Trash Councilman pays 0 to trash Roughneck Repair Squad. No, the text is way wrong. You don't trash it. No. So they can remove the bad pub and gain 6. Now, getting that money is a really big problem because of the fact that we're going to go tag me and they can probably kill our stuff. So we want to get a lot of tags on the left-hand side. Nope. All good. In theory, if they wanted to play around Councilman, they could have rezzed it on our turn, and then if we used to res it on their own turn. So that's fine. Gain 6. We need to force them to start spending money. Otherwise, they're just going to click this every turn, which sucks. Draw. Oh, this is now unique, technically. In theory, that buys us nothing, but another resource in hand, which has its own advantages. From here, we could consider going tag me, and I just want more resources in hand to back that up. And that is a resource in hand, not exactly the best one to lose, but it is a resource. So this can give us dummy box, this can give us paparazzi, this can give us wireless net, and this can give us money. I don't think we have an interest to go tag me now. We can go tag me next turn. I think that makes the most sense. And I think we'll just go ahead and play Obelisk to increase our hand size. I wish we had like passive card draw. Our null ability isn't amazing. Maybe we want to be Hoshiko so we can just play in the early game. Or maybe even Freedom. I don't know. Nat. Nat with Obelisk. Okay. I guess we'll play this. This is really good with God of War. This combo, God of War EMP device, it's so good. And like null, we can get through 7 strength ice for free. It's probably a bit better with expose or something else, but we also can use our counter surveillance just to flesh out HQ. Like we don't need to use it on R&D, and there might be agendas in hand. We have to worry about SDS drone deployment, but sometimes we can just trash it by taking meat damage by playing by any means, which is only a 1-of in the deck. Just clicking for credits. Oh, they drew once. Okay, so that's why they didn't roughneck. All right, are we gonna go tag me? I think we are gonna go tag me. So let's go. We could die very quickly. I think they can afford to trash most of our stuff. So we're now tag me. So we need to draw into resources. That's a resource. So here we can play our paparazzi, I think was the play, and then we can pop this for rogue trading, which we can hit. And then we need to make sure we install all this other shit. Okay, that's the combo. And now we have 3 resources in hand, so they can spend 4 credits in their whole turn, or 12 credits in their whole turn to trash this stuff, and we basically just keep drawing into resources, and hopefully we can keep up with them. Again, I really want more card draw in this deck. Just like passive card draw, like maybe we just want more Earthrise Hotels, and not even like Drug Dealer. Drug Dealer would be sweet. All right, it looks like they're gonna let us through. They're not contesting, and that's a scary thing to contest, right? Maybe they're on like, what's it called? I think they actually have a big chance of being on Sandberg. So maybe they value their money. I don't know what that is. We could hacktivist that. All right, we're on 3 tags. Do we run that? I think we might want to. I don't know why we wouldn't, unless it's snare. Snare would be bad. At least we get a tag when they spend money. Reversed accounts. Okay. So we'll do that. In theory, we can draw once here. It doesn't serve us that well, but it's better to have a resource than an hacktivist. I'll throw out the obelisk. And now we want the obelisk so that we can have a bigger hand size so that we can start drawing and then keeping a lot of resources in our hand. And if they want to roughneck repair squad, they can't trash our resources because it's going to take their whole turn, which is pretty good for us. And next turn we can have 6 tags, which means we can always pop this off and see the top 6 cards of their deck. Again, it's going to be hard if they have multiple SDS drone deployments. Economic warfare, okay. Ice HQ, fine, value. We'll take tags. Okay, now we're super tag me. Okay, so I'm gonna draw first for, oh, that's good. We can draw, yeah, I think we're just gonna play obelisk and take 6. Just to have more money. And this is an AI. In theory, the only thing that we can't deal with is a triple advanced Hortum, which in theory, if they like arc lockdown, specifically our Black Orchestra, we have no way of getting into R&D. And then I guess we just camp the remote. But next turn we could pop off and see 7 cards off of R&D or all of HQ, which can be pretty good. But the chance of HQ having a border control on is a bit higher. Ooh, double icing. But that's generally fine unless one of them's a border control because we do have EMP device. So let's see how long this can go on. Another counter surveillance, cool. So now trashing things is very difficult. And I reckon all we need is just some money. So we can install Liberated and take credits off of it. It's probably fine. And we still have 1, 2, 3, 4 resources in hand, which they have to pay 4 credits to just get them out of our hand. What's the chance they just do that enough? And then, I don't know, that's really expensive. They also still need to res their ice. A lot of their ice gets res cheaply by giving us bad publicity. And I think running HQ at this point might be relevant considering they haven't done anything in terms of jam agendas besides a hostile and it's turn 10. I don't know. I feel like in this deck, we tunneled a bit too much on running R&D with the counter surveillance. That here's a good time, like spending 8. The only problem is you have to spend as not up to as many tags, but exactly as many tags. So it might have been good to, when we're at 5 tags, to pop this off and access HQ. Yeah. This also prevents all other trashing too. So this prevents Trojan Horse. It depends who trashes on Trojan Horse. I assume the Corp does. It's a City Works project in server 1. Oh wait, we can just steal that. Oh, fuck. Yeah, okay, that's ours. We'll take that. So we can run that. Let me see, how many of these did we trash so far? We still have all our EMP devices, so we can basically pop off EMP device, run this remote. We don't take any meat damage from this, which is really strong. And then we can get through a single piece of ice if we need to double charm it. I think we're just going to do that immediately. We also can use our ability and throw out a hacktivist, like our null ability. So I think we're going to gain 4. So we're going to run server 1 and we will EMP device. So they can only res 1 piece of ice. And that ice will probably have -7 strength. Oh, okay. So we don't even have to use that, which is fine. So it's just a Kakugo. We won't use either of our abilities. That actually can hit some pretty good net damage. So let's hope it doesn't hit our counter surveillances. That's the best case. That's fine. So the camera is anything else. EMP device, what a card. The only bomb. Oh, they might not notice we popped EMP device. So I can't res you that for this run, you can only res 1 ice. Did you realize I popped it? You have resed something else? Maybe they didn't realize because like there's not a strong prompt. I don't know if there's a sound effect either. I don't mind running back. Like I feel like we can get through a lot of stuff with Devil Charm anyways. I guess border control on the remote? No, I didn't, and not, it's okay. Wait, it's okay. It's okay or no? No, oh, okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna be able to steal this agenda with no repercussions. We're really strong against punitive. We take no meat damage because this is not like Obakata, this is on axis. I guess that's the one good thing about the Weyland matchup is there's a lot of meat damage shit like this that we don't care about, as long as we can keep this paparazzi on the table. There's also a reason to run centrals just so that we can get card draw, but I think we wanna just keep drawing. Yeah, there you go, more resources, and it's probably me to res the ice on my side, that's why I was asking. Oh, weird, oh, weird. I didn't know that. I've never played against the EMP device on the other side of the table. All right, so at this point, we can probably just do a counter surveillance and access what should be 9 cards. That's probably good enough. And then at that point, if we don't win, we just set up for the next one. I don't think we want to keep taking too many tags, but we also could just probably flush out HQ, which should be a bit better, I think, than seeing the top of R&D. I'm really worried about SDS drone deployment because we did lose our second God of War and we only have one more program in the deck. We can draw by any means. Oh no, that's our last God of War. So if they score a drone deployment, it's also kind of a mess for us because we have no more breakers besides our coder. So I guess we want to draw into by any means, which is in the bottom 11 cards of our deck. There's also good reason to counter surveillance HQ just so that we can draw like the rest of our deck. We'll draw, only 5 cards actually because we only access 5. Maybe that's a good reason to do it on R&D. Oh, what did they do? Click for 3? Oh yeah, because that thing is gone. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. We probably should run HQ, but we're not going to. I think we're going to run R&D here. We have 11. We can... All right, just hopefully no border control. Oh, we probably should have installed that. We probably should wait for by any means. Yeah, I think that's stupid. Whoops. Yeah, there's no reason to show that. That's a mistake. Yeah, I think by any means is going to be way more important. It means we don't have to deal with snare. Do you by any means snare? I don't actually know. We'll see what happens on JNet. Installing a card in server 1. Again, we know they're in city work, so there's a lot of advanceable stuff. I'm assuming that's actually a Sandberg. That'd make a lot of sense why they wanted to click to exactly 30. Okay. All right. I feel like we can now go. Yeah, we'll try it. We have 24 credits. It's probably good enough with Sandberg. Sandberg is going to add about 6 credits more to break, but we can always double charm one of them. Oh, it's a border control. That's the worst case scenario. At least it'll just eat one of these, and then they'll pop it, and we have 2 more in hands. So this, we don't need to null this or double charm it. No thanks, no thanks. So this will break for 2 and 2 counters, and then they definitely border control that. So that's the best case scenario. That made a lot of sense when they installed another ice there. We have no ice destruction because we're not going to be running that much. And it's an archer. Wow. Wow. So now we don't let that fire. I assume we just double charm that. How much does it cost? 12? Yeah, we'll just double charm that. No thanks. Yes. And we'll break it for 4 virus counters. That could have been a CVS actually, which would have been disastrous. It just doesn't seem like the deck that would run CVS. That would be a great surprise. Okay, cool. So that's out of the way, and now we know we need 12 credits to run back, and hopefully 12 plus 11. So, you know, we can maybe do it next turn. I guess we will just gamble. I think drawing it to by any means would be a bit better. We have another EMP device, which isn't amazing for the remote, but is good. They're also now back on no points, so we just want to draw into by any means to get one good run off. They could have done that on our turn. That's fine. No, they don't care about Councilman. Now that Councilman's on the table, it's like not amazing. Like they can, I guess that's CVS. Oh, never mind. We had CVS tech. We saw it coming. That's why we play Councilman. So that's another border control. It's bad, but we can always just jack out. Oh, but then they don't pop it. I really think we should just pop one of these on HQ, but it's so expensive for us. I think we just sit back and do nothing but make money. What's the chances of another border control there? It seems pretty high. We only want to take so many tags. At some point, like taking more tags is just going to cost us more money and we'll already win. I don't know. I think we can stop taking tags. Maybe that's a mistake. Fuck it. We'll do one more. 11's a good number. I guess we'll take some more when we hit our other copies of the blue card. Rogue trading. No by any means yet. We'll install a Devil Charm. At some point when we're out of deck, they can start trashing our stuff. Like we might not have enough resources to prevent it. And I think we'll just install a Liberated. Then next turn we can just click this for 4, I reckon. Like take all 16 off of it. It'll be a 32. I reckon also they want to purge. Once they purge, we have to start making more tags, which makes things really expensive for us. Install advance. Advance could be hostile. It is a hostile. More bad pub for us. Only 2 though. By any means is in the bottom 4. Oh, we just found it. So this is huge because now every card that we access we can just trash. EMP device is really good if they play another border control, but I don't think they will. So we're just going to take all the money, and next turn we're going to try and trash their entire deck. We'll play by any means. Actually, I don't think we by any means until we see if it's a border control or not. Do we have another Deuces Wild? With Deuces Wild, we could expose the... Oh no, we've pinned all 3, but we could have exposed this to find out what it was. Because I think it's in their best interest, obviously, to put a Deuces Wild there. We can also do, like... Oh man, it's expensive, but we could do, like, by any means and then counter surveillance HQ. I think we just counter surveillance. We don't steal an SDS, we'll come back. This card isn't unique, right? No. So maybe we pre-install it so we don't lose it to snare or whatever. Purge, it's good stuff. I agree with that. We might want to check archives actually. So now we have to put more tokens on here. So we're gonna need at least 6 tokens, I think. So it buys them a couple turns. We'll check archives. I don't know what's in here. Punitive, yeah, makes sense. And they threw out a TBTF, a too big to fail, because they're way over 10 credits. Makes a lot of sense. Okay. They might have more copies of Reversed, which is pretty good once they have Dedication, but we also know that there are other cards like Economic Warfare, which could actually be for Boom. I don't know. Maybe they just use that for value for Punitive, but it seems a bit stranger. I don't know. A lot of times you want people not to clear the tag so you can win more than like, oh, now the Punitive's 4 credits better. Because in theory, Hedge Fund is just as good at that point. Not having the ability to remove the tags is a bit more interesting. Maybe that's not totally correct. All right. And also, a lot of their agendas are face up. Or imagine they're playing the full suite of these 5/3s, which makes me we have to wonder what's the rest of their deck, right? Like these 3-pointers, that's 9. Are they running NGO front? Corp credit. This is probably a bad publicity one that lets them do 2 meat damage. We could consider just running this. The problem is probably we don't have enough counters on this. And we only have so many cards that we can't deal with Kakugo over and over and again. I think we can just fucking try. Wait, no. Wait, so how many subroutines do we have to break on this? So this has to not be a code gate. If it's a code gate, we can deal with it. And code gate's really good too, because then we can deal with SDS and just trash our code gate. This we have to break 3 of the subroutines, so that's 3 tokens. So we probably just wait another turn, which is unfortunate. It's a good time for them to push. If it's a 4/2 that does meat damage, it's fine, but it could also be just an Atlas with a token on it. What's the rest of our deck? We would have drawn this shit anyways if we just did nothing. We'll go next turn. Maybe they purge. All right, advancing out. 4/2. Could be Atlas with a token. That'd be pretty good for them. Let them jam. There you go, broad daylight. So this does nothing because the meat damage probably is going to matter. This is what we assumed. It was either this or the forced negotiation thing, whatever that one's called. I forget what the one with the gun to the head, where it's either 2 tags or 5 meat, which is also not particularly good against this deck. We'll take add for 2, and I think we can probably safely run this. So we'll play counter surveillance, and I think we'll just pop off. We'll run R&D. So we're going to see 14 cards as long as we access with 14 credits, which seems possible. Fuck! Damn it. Damn. You got it. All right. Hold on. You can gain 2. We shouldn't have broken it on the last one either. Counters 5. Counter virus 5. Wait, did we fuck it up? No, yeah. So you can gain the 2 credits. I'll only break 1 sub. So we need to force them to pop this. We have no counter to this. I don't know what counter we could possibly play to this. Yeah, that's cool. So they do manually. They get 2 more credits. All right. So we're gonna go through that. This, I don't think we double charm it. Wait, what's the difference? How expensive is it? Maybe we do double charm it. It saves us 12 credits. We can also just use null, so it only saves 10 credits. Seems pretty good though. We'll use double charm, so it's at 0. Nope. No thanks. And we'll break. Okay, they didn't even force us to use the tokens. I reckon you want to wait until I break. Yeah, they could wait until we break so that we actually spend the virus counters, but they, in theory, didn't. Counters, virus. Yeah, might be quick on the trigger there. That's all good. So we have to break the end of the run. So we're going to break 3 of them to not do the trash subroutine, so we'll have 2 left. Wait, was that all right? It's counter, excuse me. You can gain 2. And from this point, we just need to make sure we have money. And we still have a lot of money, so we can pop off next turn. We just need to make sure they don't have ice and we can take tags. There's only 1 more border control. Thanks. And then we want to basically do by any means and then trash the next 15 cards, which should be game winning. There's a chance that we don't have to play by any means, but then we can always just run archives. So I think we want to do something flashy at least. If that's another border control, I swear to God. It could be. It really could be. If we found all 3 border controls, I don't know what we do if we find all 3 border controls. There's no way that's all 3 border controls. That was click 1 ice R&D. I think we run for a single. Hedge fund? Okay. What's the chance it's all 3 border controls? That would make me a bit upset. Do we just run for a single? I don't think we have another, I think we only have 2, what's it called? Devil Charms. Yeah, we only have 2, so we're actually going to spend real money there. Let's see if they res it. They might, which would be a mistake. I don't think you res it until we show the next counter surveillance. Fuck! And we threw out our labor rights. We threw out our labor rights. No, we still have a labor rights. Oh, that was the other game. Okay. So continuing to counter ice. Trash a card. No thanks. Let all subs fire. That's fine. So we need to eat this one again. And then from there we can labor rights out and get more. So we're still on the clock. We probably should just flush HQ out, I'll be honest. But I think if we hit that and we trash the whole deck, we win. So we're just going to tunnel on that pretty hard. Can we do it twice in a turn? I feel like we can. I think we can do, we can install 2 counter surveillances. I think we want to labor rights and counter surveillance for 2 of them and then pop off from there. But we gotta watch out that we have enough resources in our hand because they can start trashing right now. They probably can like take us apart. I can't believe 3 border control. And then they preemptive, right? Or restore or something crazy. But they still haven't really pushed out. I guess they're on 3 points, right? That's pretty meaningful because a 3-pointer means from that point on, they can hostile out the last hostile because one's removed from the game. I thought we threw out our labor rights. We do have recursion. I just want to check how much time is in the round. About 30 minutes. So we should be good on time. I don't expect we're going to go to time. Our first game was really fast. Okay. So I think we're going to eat 1 right now. We're just going to force it out. So that's good. Just run. I don't think we're missing anything here. So we'll run R&D. Continue to counter ice. The trash crypt to lower strength by 2? No, that's not really necessary. So we'll match the strength of border control and we'll break 1. So end the run. And then they can fire the second one, or the first one technically. All right, pass ice and continue. This one's gonna be a bit expensive. Just a bit. But we get to use Null's ability. Good stuff. It does save you 4 credits. Like, it is actually pretty meaningful. So we don't need a hacktivist. And we still have 17 credits, so that's that. And we'll host a virus counter, so we'll break trash, trash, and the run, and they can gain 2, and we'll continue. Almost hit Jack out. And that's the 3rd border control. So from there, we basically just rogue trading, I think. Now there can't be a 4th border control, right? Oh wait, oh yeah. Do we have enough clicks? I think we do. I think we have by any means, labor rights. That's wild. Okay, now we need to think. Okay, we don't need more tags, obviously, because we're going to see their whole deck. Oh, wait, no, we do, because we need to break subroutines. And we can deal with CVS with Councilman. Okay, so thinking. So if we want to trash their whole deck, we need to play by any means. So we do by any means. Oh, we have to draw into our labor rights. Oh, that's a mistake. There's no way they can score out all the points in this turn, right? And I'm assuming that this is a Sandberg. Ah, fuck. We need to draw last turn, not take 6. That's really good. So we can just install it and hit it. It's a big chance that we win. Is it better to just wait a turn and trash the whole deck? We can do that next turn. Oh, we won't have enough tokens on this thing. Okay, this is our 4th counter surveillance. We got a 1-track mind. Don't run HQ. A snare has no chance of killing. I'm all out of border controls. I can't believe you got all of them on there. No, I don't think we will, because I'm worried about snares and stuff. They, in theory, could fire all the snares and we die. They'd have to be 3 snares in the bottom 15. So I'm not gonna do that. But we are gonna pay Mass Strength or Archer for 12, okay. And then break Virus Subroutine, so we're gonna do trash, end the run. They can gain 2, that's fine. They have some money. And here we're gonna spend 19 to access 19 cards. It's gonna be their whole deck. In theory, we have to spend 19 even though they were only accessing 15. So here we go, reversed accounts. Fuck it, yeah. Broad Daylight, that's an agenda. Whoredom, Atlas, good game. Let's keep accessing, too big to fail, no thanks, Atlas. Wow, whoa, whoa, snare, whoa. All the agendas are actually in there. I thought they'd all be in hand. Let's see if we die. City works. Oh my God, do they have anything in HQ? What? Oh, that's why they were not pushing anything. They literally had nothing. We gained 114 credits. I can't believe we gained more money than them. I guess they didn't spend any of their money resing stuff. Only my scoring combo. Wow. Oh, Daddy Rococo. I should have considered that. So they have dedication ceremony with reconstruction contract, so they actually can fast advance out like 5-3s and some pretty nutty stuff. I assume that's what this is. Are you on Sandberg? We didn't see it, but we just took 17 agenda points. We took 14 agenda points in 1 turn. Obviously, like, counter surveillance does that, and then we draw the next 2 counter surveillance because we should have drawn 15. No Daddy and Audacity. Neat. Oh wow! I can't believe everything was in there. And I don't know if they could have scored out. Could they? They have to install an agenda. Then they have to do Daddy. So it's unlikely that they could have scored out a whole turn. Maybe I should put it in there. I don't know if it's great. It just looked like it's what you wanted when you kept getting to 30. All right, that's the end of our tournament. We are 4-2. I don't think it's going to make it to any top exactly table. So it was a snare. All right, we called that right. And Rashida, which in theory we could count them in, but they can pre-res around it. So I don't think we're going to do that. And the rest of the ice is data loop, which doesn't matter for us because we actually do redraw cards with what's it called, with Obelisk if we access all of HQ. I'm kind of glad we didn't because I can't believe it's not in there. And then the Afshar, which is, you know, fine. I guess we break that for 4. Ooh. But hey, yeah, 3 Weyland matchups. One of them just scored out. The other ones, yeah, we have a pretty good matchup against CityWorks Project when we don't take any meat damage at all. What does that say on GNK Trash Snare? That's not at all right. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Those are some fun games. I need to work on the card draw of this deck. I feel like if we can get it up more consistently, it'd be a bit better. Shout out to Zombie for throwing some tweaks our way. I think they also had like Boomerang in it, just so we're a bit better at contesting remotes, but kind of given up on that, I guess. CityWorks with 2 Daddy would have scored at this point, I reckon. Yeah, you can get that out in 1 turn. That's dirty. Oh, yeah, I steal all of that. Yeah, thanks for watching.